you tired of putting on a full face of makeup, but you still want to look like you've got it together? How about a no makeup look for those of us that are over 50? There's a few things that we need to do a little bit different than maybe we needed to 10 years ago to achieve a no makeup look. So I'm going to walk you through the whole thing. The best part, you guys, is outside of the skincare and prep, I did this whole look with just 6 products, and they're all drugstore. So you probably have a lot of these products already. If not, you can use whatever you have and create a very simple look like this. So if you are ready, let's get started. Okay, let's get started. I know you guys are like, whoa, Jody. Yes, this is an absolute, this is no makeup. We're gonna go from a no makeup to a no makeup look, and trust the process because we need to get there. We need to get there quickly. All right, the first thing I like to do is when I'm gonna do a no makeup look, I like to pair that typically with something casual. That's why I have this denim shirt on. I will usually do a no makeup look or a very minimal makeup look when I have on denim or flannel maybe, just to put the whole look together. And when it comes to our more mature skin, a no makeup look is really dependent on the prep or the skincare leading up to the makeup application. So I didn't want to skip that step because it really is an important part of achieving a no makeup look with more mature skin. Now in this video, you guys, the products I'm using are really less important. I'll link them down below just in case you want to know what they are, but really just use what you have. The only change up or the one product that you may want to think about is your foundation. And I'll talk about why that is as we get to it. But prepping the skin is super important. The first thing I'm going to do is use my La Roche-Posay sunscreen. This is always linked in the video down below. It's an SPF of 50. I use about the size of a nickel. I like it because it's a serum and an SPF of 50. So it really helps to moisten or hydrate my skin before I put on any foundation or any other product. When it comes to sunscreen application, there's a few rules of thought, and I've reached out to dermatologists to get their opinion because I really wanted to understand if there is an answer, and there's different answers. So I guess my advice to you is do what you've been doing if you find that it works. The school of thought is that if you have a chemical sunscreen, then you layer it before your moisturizer. In the same regard, if you have a mineral sunscreen, the mineral sunscreen goes on after your moisturizer. Now, again, I've talked to dermatologists who've said it doesn't really matter as long as you have your sunscreen on. I have forever used this chemical sunscreen, so I put it on, let it absorb into my skin, and then I will follow up with a moisturizer. Now, I have been using the CeraVe night cream, skin renewing night cream. But as we're transitioning into spring, I don't need as heavy as a moisturizer because my skin will be a little bit less dry. So I've switched to the L'Oreal Collagen Moisture Filler. I talked about this one before. This is not new to anybody that's watched my channel. I just really like it because it's a good moisturizer. It doesn't seem to have an interaction with any of the foundations or tinted moisturizers or tinted sunscreens or face serums that I've used. It really does absorb nicely into the skin. It has the slightest fragrance. I'm susceptible to headaches from scents, and I don't get that with this, but I do want to mention it just in case you have maybe a strong sensitivity to scents. It's very faint, but it is there, so I want to make sure that you're aware of it. I really like this one, especially in the lighter summer months where I need hydration, but maybe not as heavy as a night cream. I mean, if I had flawless looking skin and no, discoloration, I would go out like this because it just gives a nice hydrated, really nice, healthy glow to the skin. But I don't leave the house looking like this. In fact, I'm surprised I'm on the internet like this, but it is what it is, and this is what 50-year-old skin looks like, right? We've earned the right to say this is what it looks like, and I'm just gonna embrace it. Now I fast forward about 15 minutes just to allow my skin a chance to really absorb that moisture filler by L'Oreal. And again, it's really pretty. I use that on the back of my hands too and on my chest, but anyway, this is a face video. All right, next thing I'm going to do, then this is the one product that you may want to switch out when you're going from more of a full glam look or a soft glam look into a lighter look, minimalist look, no makeup look, especially as you go into spring and summer, something a little bit lighter. This is the Super Stay by Maybelline. I like it because it's more of a skin tint. This is where you want to use maybe less full coverage, and you don't want to use a matte foundation either. You want to lean towards natural finishes, radiant finish, satin finish, And then in terms of coverage, something more in the sheer to medium that you can build. And again, you'll find that in your tinted serums, tinted sunscreens, tinted moisturizers, skin tint, skin serums. This is a really good one. And then L'Oreal also has the True Match Nude that I really like with 1% hyaluronic acid. I find that that one's really good for dry skin, but because it has a hyaluronic acid in it. But if you've got combination skin, I find that in the areas that I'm more oily, that one's a little too moisturizing. So this one works great in my combination skin, and I'm oily in the T-zone and then a little more dry on the cheek areas, and I don't know if my chin's probably a little more on the oily side. So yeah, definitely the T-zone. And this wears well everywhere. I do want to thank a few of you that commented on the video recently where I use this. Like many of you, I don't like this Doppler, but thanks to some of you in the comments, you can get a pump on Amazon. You can see how thin this formula is. I'm just going to grab a small paddle brush and just lightly tap around the edge of my face. Wherever you put the brush on your face is where the most product is going to land. So I like to do that on the outside of my face and then slowly work my way in, because if there is any settling with foundation, and I don't get that with this, again, this is a tinted serum, it's pretty thin. I don't get settling, but I still want the least amount of product in the areas where there's high movement, being around my mouth and around my eyes, because if you're gonna get settling, it's gonna be in those high movement areas. So that's why I like to apply my foundation or syrup or base syrup. I don't apply syrup on my face, although I do like good syrup. Syrup and peanut butter and pancakes. Anybody else like their pancakes that way? I absolutely love eating pancakes with syrup on them. Thank you guys so much for those of you that have become channel ambassadors. It is the membership program that I have here on my channel. It's really the way I like to monetize my content. I know many people do channel memberships where for a membership price you get more, you get exclusive content kind of behind a firewall or a paywall. I don't do that just because I like my content to be available to everyone all the time. And so for 99 cents a month or $12 for the whole year, it just helps monetize the content, but makes it available so that everybody gets all the content that whenever they want it. I don't want people to have to pay extra to get extra content for me. I like to create content and I like you to have access to it. So if you want to be a channel ambassador for $12 a year, you can just hit that join button down below, and I really thank you guys for your support. It helps me keep the channel going, and I love you guys for that. Look how pretty that makes your skin. You saw I didn't really use a lot. There's still some on the back of my hand. It just gives a nice even look to the skin, but you can still see my skin coming through. It has that nice healthy glow. This one is color 021, I think, 112. And it matches me well. You can see it matches pretty good on my neck. I'll just bring it down a little bit because I might be a little lighter than I would like to be, but hey, it's winter. We've been hibernating for months and months and months. This next product is a new purchase for me. I've used it once before and I really liked it. This is called Baby Got Bronze by Essence. This is in the color Cinnamon Spice. It's just the right color of warmth for a little bit of a contour. Maybe you could call it a bronze. It's more of a bronze color. And I'm just gonna go and dot around in a figure 8. Just something like that. Now everybody's contour shape is gonna be a little bit different. I'm not really trying to do any structured contour and carve out my cheekbones or carve out my jaw. I really am just trying to soften everything so that I have some dimension to my face and a little bit of warmth, since we just put this over everything and no one's skin is all one color. There's definitely curves and dimensions, lighting, shadows. So that's why I like to add just a little bit of contour. I'm just going in with a fluffy brush. This is BK Beauty 106. Just anything that you have that's fluffy. And I'm just gonna softly blend that contour into the skin just to give it a little bit of life back, since we blurred it out a little bit. But again, we're not trying to do a heavy glam look. This is just I need some warmth back to my face kind of a look. Now you'll notice I didn't use any concealer. What I'm gonna do is after we put everything on, I'm gonna go back in with my tinted serum that we used all over my face and just dab it in some of those areas, because it is a thin enough formula with enough coverage for a look like this. So see how that just kind of gives you a little bit of warmth to the face? I'm gonna go pick up another one of these because they're so small. I think I can use this one as a bronzer all summer long. I think this would also be really pretty underneath the eyes to give you a little bit of an under eye look. I think you could use this as an eyeshadow, a cream eyeshadow. I picked up another color called Crush on Caviar. This is a much darker color. Love that one too. I could see using that as an eyeliner as well. I would almost contour with this one because it's so dark and more on the gray side, where this one is more of a warm, sun-kissed kind of a look. So really love these. Again, these are by Essence. I don't remember how much they were, you guys. I'll link them below. They were probably like $5 or $6. Not much at all. I want to curl my lashes. So real quick, we've got sunscreen, we've got some moisturizer, we've got some skin tint, and just a little bit of bronzer. So super fast so far if I would just stop talking. I'm gonna take a little bit of that Super Stay. I need to order the pump. I just think a pump is so much nicer. Gonna get just a little tiny bit of that on the back of my brush. This is the Nikki LaRose in 17 brush. I really like it for just a light paddle. And I wanna go in and just go over my eyelids so that I neutralize any discoloration. And I'll do under my eyes in a minute, but right now I just want to focus on this part just to give it a nice even look. And I like to just pat and buff to make sure that I've softened any brush strokes that might be left behind. Next, you just want to pick up any type of a light glittery eyeshadow that you have. This is by e.l.f. This is their White Hot. I'm going to go right on my middle finger, tap that onto the center of my eye. I'm not trying to add much of an eyeshadow look at all. I just want to brighten that area a little bit. And then hang on to that because we're going to use it as highlighter before we're all done. Next, I'm going to grab my Maybelline Express Brow. Now, this is a brow mascara, but because it's brown and I don't have a brown mascara, I'm going to use this for both my eyelashes and my eyebrows. Totally fine to do that. I like a no makeup look with brown mascara because it just leaves less of a harsh look. But again, I don't have a brown mascara, which is crazy. So I'm gonna use this for my lashes first. I like to clean off any of the excess product on this little tiny brush because if you go to put that on your eyelashes, it can look a little chunky, which is something that I've noticed this product can do even when I do my eyebrows. So I like to just remove any extra product first. Okay, so here's what my lashes look like before, and you'll see how this brown versus black gives a nice soft little look to the lashes. It brings them to life a little bit without looking like I have on mascara. Isn't that pretty? I love this new product. I did a Friday face off with this because this is a mascara formula against a mousse formula, which I really liked as well. I'll link that right here in case you haven't seen it. And this is in color 255. I think it's soft taupe, but it's number 255. That's usually the way Maybelline marks their products anyway, so you'll be able to find it. And it's just a perfect soft brown without looking too harsh. And I love it. This also gives a little bit of a stiffening to your brows, so it will do the same for your lashes, which I'm happy about that too. Keeps them from transferring underneath your eyes and leaving those little marks that you get if you have a mascara that transfers. But doesn't that just give a nice, pretty, soft look without looking like you have on too much mascara? I'm gonna take more of that product and just go and do my eyebrows real quick because again, we want a no makeup look. When it comes to a no makeup look, the hardest part for me is the brows because I love a bold brow. It's my thing. If I ever was to do a makeup product, it would be a brow product because I don't know why, but I just feel like that's the one thing that I don't like to go out of the house without being done is my brows. You guys have, like, if there's one thing that you're like, I cannot leave the house until I've done what? Let me know in the comments what it is. I know many people feel that way about mascara. Some people feel that way about lipstick. Foundation's probably my other one. I don't go out without foundation, or at least some sort of a tinted serum, but my brows are also the very important. So just a nice little soft look. Try not to get them too spiky. I typically do because again, I just like them that way. Soft little look to the brows. I also like this because it covers gray brows, and it looks like it covered my gray eyelash. I'm gonna go in with a second coat actually on my lashes. So this is a 5-minute look, you guys, when you don't have me in your ear talking, but isn't it more fun to get ready with girlfriends? So hopefully you're getting ready with me, whether it's today or tomorrow when you do your makeup, next time you do your makeup, put me on your phone or TV, wherever you watch, and let's just have fun getting ready together. Okay, there you go. Simple so far, right? Next, I want to add a little bit of color to the cheeks. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Liquid Blush. I have it in color Dewy Bright Pink. It is pretty bright, so I'm going to dilute it down, find a spot on my hand where I have not added much color yet. And I'm just going to pick up a fluffy brush, go on the back of my hand, dilute that out a little bit, and just really lightly dot it, because again, this is a no makeup look. So I want to just lightly blend that away. Just a little bit of color that says, yes, as a matter of fact, I did wake up this beautiful today. And that's just what it is. Next, I'm going to grab that eyeshadow that we put on our eyes. Just put a little bit back on the finger and just give myself a little bit of a highlight right on the high points of my cheeks, a little bit on the center of my nose, and a little bit at the top part of my lip. All right, I think I'm gonna go back in with that mascara slash brow formula that we used. This makes such a good mascara in addition to brow because it has the bristles are two-sided. There's long bristles and then there's short bristles. And if I'm gonna go underneath my eyes, I want the short bristle side. I'm just gonna add a little bit right to those lower lashes because as I've gotten older, those feel very sparse. So I want to add just a little bit of color to those lashes. Even though they're sparse, the ones that are there, I want them to have full visibility and get some credit for still hanging on all these years. Yeah, I like that better. All right, so now let's finish off the lips. I'm going to go back in with that liquid blush that we used. Put a little bit on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the Lifter Gloss Lip Gloss by Maybelline. This is in color 120. And I'm going to put it right next to it, and then I will mix those with my finger and then just dab onto my lips. Just to bring out a little bit of a natural pink color to the lips. Now, if you have darker skin tone, you'll want to use a darker color, but again, whatever you used on your blush, and just add a little bit of a gloss to it so that it's more of a shine, but not too drying on the lips. And it's that simple, you guys. So even though it looks like we used a lot of products, we'll go through them again. It was just the sunscreen, the moisturizer. And then after that, when you get into the makeup part, it was the skin tint, the bronzer, your mascara and brow product in one, your eyeshadow and your highlighter, and then your blush and your lip gloss. So minus the skincare, we put this whole look together with just 6 products. Now you probably have most of these products already. The biggest thing to remember when you're going from a normal makeup look to more of a no makeup look is changing up the formula and coverage of your foundation. Go to a more of a sheer foundation, or like I said, a tinted moisturizer, something like that. And then maybe lighten up the look of your eyes, your mascara, go from a black to a brown. If you already wear a brown, then you are ahead of the game. Really minimal, but really pretty. Just says I've got just a touch of color, but it's more of a no makeup look. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And more importantly, let me know if you do this look and what you think of the final look. I love doing these tutorials for you guys. I know you guys like them. I can tell by the number of views and the number of likes that I get on my videos. I review those analytics often so that I can make sure that I'm creating the content that you're most interested in. And hands down, by the number of likes and comments, I can tell you guys really like the tutorials. And I love doing them, so I will keep them coming. All right, you guys, that does it for me today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in just a couple days. Bye-bye.